in it.
Yeah, just like Pop got me, I'm rolling. I'm stalling, can put your legs round me. Yeah. Give me the back, but it don't take. Now I don't upgrade to big in my schooling. Yeah. Only they want look for my trouble. Why do they wanna bust my bubble? Say my bubble, my bubble. Profits must have come in double. The pressure can you handle it? Handle it, they don't fumble it. Humble, but don't try some stopping. Keep it stiff if I fight, lose it. The pressure can you handle it? Handle it, they don't fumble it. Humble, but don't try some stopping. Keep it stiff if I fight, lose it.
I guess the wacky of the done who he done stupid, done gun cupid. Said he wanted done to be his Julie. He wanted done to done his jewelry. Tongue fury, blow his mind, turn him loony. I'm tuning, locking life, give it to me. I'm choosing it, just what type comes for me. Can you punch me and let me choose?
Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscriber right now. I know some of you guys, I've seen a lot of you guys messaging me. Big ups to each and every one of you for checking on me, especially those of you guys that have my good wishes on heart. I appreciate you. I've not been feeling fine like that. I've been hit by this, I've been hit by this COVID-19 pandemic. But don't worry, we're back. We're gonna be back very soon. Back fully. Wasn't able to cover all the fights that happened during the weekend, but it was crazy, man. I was like, it was a big miss for me in a way, even if it was like in the midst of good things happening. Manchester United, we now have a new coach, an interim coach, in Ralf Rangnick, and so many things are happening. So big ups to my brother Smith Santos. Smith Santos say, good evening boss, hope you're good. Not fully yet, bro, but I'll be fine. Not fully yet. I had to come back, bro. I had to, man. In almost a week now, I've missed a lot of good things, bro. I've been hit by this pandemic right now. I've got my brother in the house, Tad Jagbe. How you doing? How you feeling before we start the show? Things being with you. I know you don't miss me though.
I'm good, man. Your presence was definitely missed, man. I'm glad you're okay.
That's what
it's always good. This whole coronavirus thing is no joke, man. It's no joke, bro. I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks, but I do appreciate you for that. Let's get to it right here. So many things happened during the week, last week here. And so many fights happened. The Teofimo Lopez one is the one we're gonna have to touch on. Karma has actually hit the guy, and we remember when he bashed Deontay Wilder. Have you forgotten? That was last year when he said he told Wilder to stop being a bitch. I don't want to use the word. He said Wilder made a lot of excuses. Look at it right here, bro. It was reported, bro. It's crazy. What do you make of Teofimo Lopez and his excuses so far after getting beat up by Camboso?
People can't deny it because it is an excuse, right? He is making an excuse regardless of what's going on in his life right now. Big mama drama, financial problems, father, family problems. Still an excuse. People need to understand, like, these athletes are getting paid to stay. One thing, they're getting paid to stay in shape and be ready to fight. That's it. Anything else after that, that's on them. But that's the whole point. His dad, in the recent interview, right? His dad was like, he let his son stay at 130 too long. Bro, stop it, man. Don't make excuses for him right now. Not right now. Don't make excuses. Listen, if Teofimo's whole team was smart, right? This is how he should have done it. When he beat Lomachenko, he should have asked Lomachenko for that rematch. Oh no, he should have said to Lomachenko, "Yes, I'm gonna give you that rematch." One, because it puts him in that position of getting paid more money. Two, you know, if let's say generally he's afraid to because he's gonna lose to Loma, or if he feels like he's gonna. Let me just give the scenarios. Two, if he decides like, okay, I'm gonna fight Loma, but I end up losing. You can depending on how you got beat, you can ask for a third fight because you guys fought once, made money. Two, the second fight was a crazy fight, and you didn't lose like the way you unexpected. You didn't lose like by margin. It wasn't a one-sided ass whooping, right? He could have still made money on the second fight, and three, he could have made more money on the third fight. Now people want to see how good Lopez is. Can he beat Lomachenko? No, but he decided to turn his tail and run out of there. That tells me he was afraid of Loma. I've always said this over and over again. If you believe in yourself and you know convincingly I beat this guy, they were going for another fight. But he decided, no, I'm not fighting this guy. He looked at George Kambosos as an easy target, which I'm not gonna be pointing fingers. I also did, because I looked at Kambosos' resume. Knowing Kambosos' resume, his last fight was tough. I'm like, Lopez is gonna watch this guy. He is gonna beat this guy badly. To the point where Kambosos is gonna be like, whatever, I'm just gonna go through the motions, and it is what it is. But was I wrong, man? Was I wrong? I'm not trying to hear this guy's excuse, man. I'm really not. Because like I said, when it goes back to it, his team gets paid to make sure he stays in shape and make sure he stays right. And what makes this worse is I've been trying for the longest. I've been searching. If maybe somebody in the chat knows more. I've been looking. I'm like, does Teofimo's dad have any type of boxing experience? Maybe he boxed in the amateurs and decided not to go for it. I'm trying to figure that out, because at this point, Lopez can be a good fighter, but I was saying to these guys, you cannot bring a recreational boxing coach into a professional fight. Every one of your teammates has to be on the same level as you are. During that fight with Kambosos, which should have been an easy, at least not a tough fight for him. Should have been a fight where he's piecing up Kambosos really easily and getting ready to knock him out. But he went hell on earth with Kambosos, and look what happened: bloodied face and all. And what was his dad saying? Good job, son. Good job. Brilliant. All I can hear in my head was brilliant, AJ. Brilliant. That's all I can hear, bro. People say, oh, they're not on board with firing like Lopez Senior. Bro, fire dad, man. Fire, bro. You cannot bring family into your business, which is boxing. Boxing is your business. Boxing is your livelihood. The most they could do is give you advice and watch over your mental state, but you cannot bring them in, bro. What are you doing? What is Lopez doing? That is my main point. That is literally, you're bringing a recreational coach into what I say, like into a professional fight. I've been looking for, searching on the web, looking like, does this guy have a boxing experience? I can't find anything. And people that are saying, they're not on board to fire. They're not on board because he lost one. No, bro, it's like that. It is like that. At the end of the day, it's him in that ring alone, right? And they gotta understand that. because as far as I see it, this is the best Teofimo Lopez we're gonna get. Maybe he'll that fight with people are not. I'm unsure how he beat Comey, lucky punch, how he beat Lomachenko. Lomachenko said he was hurt. I'm starting to believe that. So you're telling me he can only fight injured fighters and knock them out on a lucky punch? This is the best Teofimo Lopez we will see at all. Like I've said it over and over again. You cannot bring a recreational boxing code into a professional fight. It's time to move on. If they want the best for him, honestly. I honestly believe that. That's what I'm gonna do.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate your take on this. Let's go about on here. Adewale, what do you make of Teofimo Lopez excuses after getting beat by George Camboso from Australia?
Man, first off, that was a good fight, man. That was a very, very entertaining fight. I enjoyed every single bit of it. In the beginning, Teofimo came in trying to knock this guy out. Like, he was throwing leather, throwing everything that he had. To be honest with you, at some point, I was imagining myself at the other end, being the opponent of Teofimo. I wouldn't last 30 seconds there, man. Boy, that guy was trying to kill that guy. And, man, kudos to Cambosos. He was not only able to survive, but he dropped Teofimo with a nice overhead right hand out of nowhere, man. That was very good. And the fight went on back and forth. Cambosos outboxing Teofimo for the most part. We were all chatting while that fight was going on. It was interesting. I would say Teofimo probably won 4 rounds. Cambosos won like 8 rounds. Then Teofimo dropped him in the 10th round. Cambosos came back, won the 10th, the 11th, and 12th, showing a lot of heart and courage. Man, salute to George Cambosos, man. That's a very, very good fighter. But I am not completely sold out. I don't know, man. I wouldn't call him the best in that division yet. That's George Cambosos, just because he beat Teofimo. And I know Taya Jagbe would completely agree with me on that one. So I just feel like right now, as far as Teofimo goes, is making some excuses. Man, I'm not even going to blame that guy. He's obnoxious. Teofimo is very annoying, okay? He's a very annoying guy. That sometimes
the same guy that told you to stop bitching, right? To stop being a BITCH, right? Last year.
He called Deontay Wilder a BITCH, bro. You know, he did. It is a very unlikable guy. But at the same time, I've seen Teofimo in some good spots. Like, you know, he knocked out Richard Comey, which right now I believe was a lucky punch. And I heard Taya Jagbe just saying that too. I believe that was a lucky punch.
Agreed.
I swear, if this guy had recovered, he could have gone longer with Teofimo. But anyways, I seen Teofimo at a fight where this guy just came back and won by KO and Richard Comey, and they were both showing, you know, camaraderie. I really like that. So I mean, there are some good things about Teofimo, there are some bad things about him. I won't just throw him under the bus completely. We were analyzing this morning, you know, in the chat group, and I was like, this guy is like 24 years old. He had some issues with his marital life, his personal life. He's having issues with his broadcasters, Thriller, ESPN, his promoter Bob Arum with Top Rank. He's having all types of issues. His dad is putting so much pressure on him during the build up to the fight, telling him, man, you have to knock this boy out. Oh my God, he's a bitch. You've got to knock him out. And I'm like, man, why are you putting so much pressure on this guy? What if he doesn't deliver? And then the final press conference, this guy is standing right in his front. Like, boy, I'm not afraid of you, man. All that rah, 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 it's nothing. And guess what? He survived the first round and knocked him down in the process. Bro, it was a wrap from that point, man. Once Teofimo got knocked down in the first round, that killed him mentally, spiritually. Bro, that was the end, man. But Teofimo can still come back. I think he's a very good fighter. I hope he becomes a little bit more humble so that we don't hate him too much. I mean, I have all reasons to hate this guy because he called Wilder a bitch. That alone is enough for me. But to me, it's okay. It's just a sport, right? I wish him the best. Okay, he's giving some excuses about not believing that he lost. Man, my guy, just go heal up, recover from the surgery that you're going through. Um, Try to minimize your boxing association with your dad, okay? Because your dad is going to be in your life forever. But as far as boxing is concerned, you need someone else to replace that figure because your dad is putting unnecessary pressure on your career.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate your take on this. Now, let's get down to the next topic right now. Anthony Joshua open to taking a step, open to a step aside fee. Okay. For Usyk and Fury to go forward with, undisputed bout. Tad Jagbe, what do you make of Anthony Joshua being open to a step aside fee? Just altering that alone, I think Joshua is kind of shooting himself in the foot. It looks like the motivation is no longer there or is beginning to lose it. The hunger, I'm not seeing it anymore. What's going on right here, brother? You're lighting us, please.
Yeah. When I first, sometimes you have to really watch the whole clip to really understand what he was talking about. At first, I didn't watch the whole clip. I just watched a snippet. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed. I was very, very disappointed because it sounded like he's more about business than the actual sport itself. Listen, it's making it seem like boxing is more business than sport, right? Because these guys, they want to make the most money. So we're not going to get to see either the best fights, or we're never going to get to see what they're made of, because eventually they lose that hunger and they become mediocre, right? That's what I sense is going on. For instance, I can't for the life of me understand why Terrence Bud Crawford had one in his career against against Sean Porter, and for some reason, instead of the internet should be buzzing, and Earl the True Spence should be talking, man, let's make this fight. Bro, that fight and the talks was dead in the water. And I'm like, yo, this guy T-Bud just had one of these best fights in his career. And Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence is not buzzing around on the globe. It's like dead in the water. And I'm like, why is it like that for boxing? Why is it like that? Because it's being made into more of a business than the sport. Bro, boxing was never business. I understand people understood the legality of there's money to be made in this sport. The mafia understood it. Yes, there's a shit ton of money to be made in this sport. If you do it right, there's a shit ton of money you can make. This is what makes me come back to what AJ was saying. If misinterpreted wrong, which at first I misinterpreted that what he said wrong, because I thought he was just about the business side of it and not more. Because he blatantly said, listen, don't come around me with that crap. They know not to come around me with that crap. They'll probably go to my team, and my team knows what I'm going to tell them. No. He said, do not come around me with that crap. I'm not all about step aside money. Because, listen, you can't say you want to be undisputed and all of a sudden they offer you step aside money and then you take it. Bro, I'll say straight up right now, man, I would lose all respect for that man. All respect. I would not care what he does. I would want him in the sport. I would lose all respect for him. But as the interview progressed, he broke it down and said, no, I would not be stepping aside. They don't even come around me with that crap. That's how I know he still has the hunger. Because at the end of the day, He said, "I'm not gonna be the one. Money's not gonna be that thing that makes me step aside or tries to take away what I'm trying to achieve is what I'm getting." But at the same time, he said, at the same time, I'm gonna be smart about how I make my money in this sport, because a lot of these guys, they're not smart about how they make their money in this sport. They're just trying to change the landscape. He's smart. Like, I'm gonna go to. They're trying to make boxing the mecca. They're trying to take it to the mecca of the world, which is in Saudi Arabia, where that money is. They're trying to take it over there. They're trying to take it to. He mentioned Nigeria. He mentioned all sorts of places. So he's being smart financially on that part. Not a lot of these guys can do that. Not a lot of these guys can do that. I'm still waiting for Canelo to tell me he's gonna be fighting over there in Mexico, or like Thriller in Manila or something like that, away from the US. I'm trying to figure out if he has the ability to do that. That's smart because it's marketing wise and he has more money. I'm still trying to figure out if Canelo has the ability to do that. Is his popularity around in the world like that? I'm not too sure. Teofimo can't do it because he financially he made a big mistake. Like I've said, initially, if he was smart, he should have fought Lomachenko for the second time. If he wins, bro, your stock has risen, right? If he loses, he can request a third fight and be like, "Yo, fight me again. I won the first one, you won the second one, fight me again." That is a true fighter right there, a true hungry fighter. But listen, man, these guys, they don't do it like the old ways, man. The old ways is dead. They're not smart. They're just, they basically, these guys are everywhere. So I have to give it to understanding what AJ, what he was saying on his part when he says that, you have to be smart when it comes to sport, when it comes to business. The wrong move, man, it could cost you a shit ton of money. Shit ton of money. And we've seen that over and over again in boxing, man. But I'm gonna jump in later on. Let me just hear what my brother Adewale has to say.
Come in, Adewale.
Man, you know what? I feel like TY has already broken it down thoroughly. There is really nothing much else to say. AJ is a smart guy business wise. At the same time, he has to be a warrior. I don't know if he's still a warrior because he hasn't appeared to be a warrior in recent times, I would say. He has the final say, man. I honestly don't have anything else to say. TY broke it down perfectly.
You know what I was thinking, man? Listen, this guy Teofimo Lopez, right? He brings in his dad to be in his corner, and he's paying his dad a certain percentage, right? I'm pretty sure they have a contract.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, the way he's doing it is not smart at all. But now your dad is in your financial business, right? And now you gotta anyways, he could think about, son, I need more money. I'm training you. You gotta offer me more money. You're making millions. You gotta offer me more money. So it's gonna be stressing the guy out. He's gotta take care of family, which I'm sure his family they're asking for handouts. So I could see like a lot of distractions with that guy. And somebody hinted that he might be, there's a possibility of him, not having that much money in the bank. Bro, that is crazy. That is what I mean when it comes to financial decisions. Sean, that's what I mean when it comes to financial decision. That when it comes to this business, some of these guys, they make the wrong decision, man, and it's not smart. And I could tell you financially on his level, he's not being showed the right way, especially when you have somebody like your dad in your corner. You don't mix family and business together at all, man. It don't it don't go good.
Bro, you know what? See, some other guys have done it successfully in the past, where they have a father-son trainer / manager / fighter relationship, and it's successful. Like in the case of Kenny Porter and Sean Porter, they had a successful career, I would say. So it's possible to make it work, but then again, Teofimo Lopez hasn't had any big fights apart from the Lomachenko fight, which was during the pandemic. There was no crowd, there was none of that. It wasn't even huge on TV viewership, I would assume, but that was still considered a decently big fight. And then he had this other one with Cambosos, that was a big fight. And he hasn't earned too much money in his career right now that his dad is intertwined in the entire thing. It could have been a good thing if the dad was a little bit more professional. Let me just put it that way. Okay. You look at Chris Eubank and Chris Eubank Jr., that relationship, even though it might have not have been the best option for Chris Eubank Jr., there was still professionalism in the relationship and people had no problems with them. Even if you had problems with them, it was at the back. It wasn't at the forefront that would be putting unnecessary pressure on Chris Jr. that would be affecting his performance in the ring. So I mean, it it all depends, man. Teofimo Lopez, in his own case with his dad, I feel like his dad needs to chill. He should separate his career from his dad right now, to an extent at least, or give him a role. If he's going to be your manager, then make someone else deal with other things. I don't even think Teofimo's dad has any boxing history. Jagwe, you mentioned something like that, right? That this guy has
Yeah, I've
nothing.
been looking for that, man. I've been looking for that. I can't find anything. So think about it, right? I understand maybe he's trying to skip out on not paying, hiring an actual coach, so I could pay them that 10% of what I make of every fight. I'll just give my dad less. But listen, if you want to be great, you're gonna have to spend that money. At the same time, I've said this, right? You can't really bring a recreational boxing coach into the professional leagues. There's a reason why they're recreational. They're only gonna do so much and take you so far in your career. But it's so it makes me feel like he's young. He doesn't understand money.
Is Lopez Senior the head coach?
He's the head coach. He was
Holy.
the only. Bro, nobody else was giving him instructions. I'm after the round was over, I'm like waiting for Lopez Senior. I'm like, okay, give this guy some good instructions, man. Bro, there was nothing being given to him to where if you put anybody else in Lopez's corner, they'll tell him, this is what you gotta do. What are you doing wrong? The guy he's telling him nothing, man. He's telling him basically nothing, Bro, he went in there and done the same thing again. If you're gonna go out there and fire rounds like that, man, you're losing. It just shows the where you're at personally, because you're losing the rounds and you don't have anything to show for it. And then you go back in and do the same thing again. After you knew he could after you've been knocked down, that's when you should recompose yourself and be like, let me relax and let me start all over again, because I can end up losing this fight. But you know what he did? After he went back to the corner, Lopez Senior did not tell him anything. Calm down, son. Calm down. What? What do you mean calm down, son? Oh, man. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Lopez Senior does not belong in that corner. And people who say, no, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Stop kissing ass, man.
Yo, bro, but I'm just going to say this, man. But before we dip, I need to put it out there that George Cambosos deserves all the respect. The guy, he surprised me, because I wasn't expecting him to survive Teofimo. Like, I was thinking this fight could have gone 12 rounds, but Teofimo would have won unanimous decision. But the fact that Cambosos was able to survive the first round, that onslaught for Teofimo, I salute that guy. He was not only able to survive, he was coming back with some good counter punches to the body. This guy was throwing some nice hooks to the body, man. And then he landed that nice overhand right hand. So yeah, great performance by George Cambosos. It deserves all the respect.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate your take. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm sorry. No, he's absolutely correct. I was surprised too. Listen, I was one of those guys who didn't give Cambosos a chance at all. Like, if you go back, I've said it, man. I hate being wrong, man, especially with fighters that you don't think You don't think like they're gonna beat a certain fighter. Man, we were so wrong with AJ versus Andy Ruiz, man. That was like, when an underdog becomes an underdog like that and nobody gives him a chance, bro, you can expect fireworks, bro. Especially when that fighter has a lot going on and you hear these anomalies. I've spoken of anomalies, certain things that happen just before the fight that doesn't have the fighters prepared, and mentally not there. Shit like that happens. Much like, AJ not physically and mentally being there for Andy Ruiz, and preparation wasn't there. All these things, like just if a little anomaly happens, it's gonna change the tide. Like Adewale broke it down when that overhand right came. Teofimo got up and Kambosos just felt like the energy, like, oh man, this guy ain't nothing. I'm gonna take this guy. And like I've said, man, once these guys they feel like they get you, they're gonna turn up that pressure, just inch by inch, little by little, every freaking round, till they've known, like, okay, I've secured this round, and they're gonna turn it up to where their energy is way up there, and they know they've beaten you. But it was an absolutely good performance, man. You can't be mad at Kambosos for what he did. He deserves it. You know what really sucks about this, man? I'm starting to get the how Teofimo's team is thinking. I don't think this guy has the balls to beat Kambosos, because how you gonna run away from bro? That should be a rematch you should take off the bat. My guy said, "Oh no, well, I'm gonna go back to my team and talk to you." Bro, you ran away from a Loma rematch. Now you run away from Kambosos rematch. I don't care what nobody says. Weight drain or not, you run away from rematches because you feel like you can't beat them. I'm telling you, this is gonna be this guy's the way he follows. This is gonna be his narrative and the way he follows. If he wins and if he feels like he can't beat you, he won't rematch you. If he loses and feels like he can't beat you, he won't accept the rematch. 100%. 100%.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And big ups to my brother Tajagbe Adewale. Let's go to the next subject right here. Let's go to Tricky Fury. Tricky Fury. So Tyson Fury recently came out to say that he doesn't believe in machines. He's an old school fighter, he's a throwback fighter, and so many other stuff he said. Let's take a look at it right here and then proceed.
In boxing, computer science technology, I personally don't think works. Because you take me, for instance, I'm fat, I'm bald, people say I'm out of shape. I don't do any of that bollocks with computers and numbers on a screen and all that stuff. But yet, I always win. So it obviously means fuck all. And there's a lot of fights to suggest that as well. Like when you look at the likes of Anthony Joshua, who follows all them rules, science rules and numbers on a screen and whatnot. And you look at Andy Ruiz, who didn't do anything apart from eat Snickers for the full 2 weeks that he had. I went in there and knocked him out. And then probably didn't even train for the rematch and took him the distance. So there's a lot of stuff to say that all the numbers and things and the science doesn't really work in boxing.
So you heard it from Tyson Fury, basically calling Anthony Joshua a manufactured product. Something not real, Basically saying Joshua is fake. The Furies, they have this inner hate towards Anthony Joshua. I just can't explain where it's coming from, bro. Like, why do you have to reference Joshua to people that work with machines, that believe in the new, system, technology, everything? Why you also use the same things, bro? It's not like, bro, Fury is not a throwback fighter like people say he is. Okay? He's a very, 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 very good boxer, but he's not a throwback fighter. Throwback fighters, they fight everyone. They fight level A, level B, level C, level D, mostly level A's. Okay, the A's and B's. They don't dare say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna fight Joe Joyce. Oh no, I only want to fight Usyk and go out. Oh no, all this kind of stuff, bro. Don't compare us to Joshua. Joshua is a throwback fighter. Of course, Joshua believe in technology. I mean, it's a Joshua, and it's one of those things that just happens. We're in 21st century, bro. We are not in the 1700s. Fury, in my opinion, is a very good fighter, good boxer, but he's not a throwback fighter, so he should stop talking smack, bro. What do you make of Fury's statement, Tajagbe? Your quick take on this?
Some guy said they left a funny chat in the panel. He said Lopez Senior is like AJ's trainer, bro. That is funny, but that's kind of messed up, man. Come on, that is messed up. That is messed up, man. Come on, listen. Like I said, all I can think about when the fight was going on, when Lopez Senior was giving his son some saying you're doing good. All I could think was brilliant. Bro, that's all I could think about. I was like, yo, this guy's off. But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Listen, Tyson Fury can say whatever he wants, right? As technology goes, you must adapt or you get lost with it. You can't. What I'm not gonna do is let Tyson Fury take away from AJ what he has done and try to belittle his opponents or upcoming opponents or try to make it seem like he's the best. From what I've learned from this past weekend is you're not the best until you cycle through the elite fighters. Yes, you got through Wilder. What I do consider, after seeing Wilder's performance, I still consider him a very good fighter and elite fighter. But what Wilder was able to do against somebody of a natural boxer like Tyson Fury is because he's limited. Like I've said, if Wilder's able to came in this sport earlier than he should have, I believe Wilder would still be champion. He would still be problems for everybody, basically. But unfortunately, it's just that's the way life is, right? Wilder, unfortunately, just does not have that capacity of learning things in time. Just didn't have the capacity. So Tyson Fury trying to take away or make it seem like he's indestructible, this and that. Bro, I call bullshit on that, man. From what I learned from this past Saturday, I'm gonna start calling bullshit on a lot of these guys until they face half of the division from the number one
Fury that is even scared to fight Joe Joyce, bro. The guy is scared to death to fight Joe Joyce. He knows that he cannot knock Joe out. He knows he cannot go toe to toe with Joe Joyce. Each time Joe's name is mentioned, and let's say other fighters, bro. At least if Joshua were to be the champion, I know I'm 100% sure that Joshua fights anyone. Okay, let's forget about that Water saga. But Joshua fights anyone. He fight level A's, he fight level B's, he fight level C's, he fought level D's in the past. What was the last time he tried for level D? Level D fighter? I can't remember it. Okay, he fought level C. Okay, you can call Charles Martin level C, or Charles Martin, January in the month of January 2022, bro. He might as well beat Ortiz. Then he's talking about rise. Okay, let's say Charles Martin is level C minus also. But Joshua has been fighting level B's and level A's since becoming a champion. No, Eric Molina is level F. Okay, let's forget. But let's remove that one. He contended for the world champion world title twice, so it's not level D. It's level D. It's level D, not level F. Yeah, let's go about here. Adewale.
Man, guys, I'm going to tell you guys that I might have a slightly different opinion about Tyson Fury.
You can have, bro. But it doesn't change. I know you love Tyson Fury now, but you respect him now because of what he did to our brother Deontay Wilder. But let the truth set up free. Fury is not going to fight all the level Bs in the division, or level C's division, or level A's in the division. He's only going to fight level A once or twice.
All I need to see him is fight from the
you cannot listen. There's no way you can call yourself an old school fighter and you don't fight the level A's, B's, and D's, bro, or C's.
Guys, let's keep it 100%. You can't blame the champion for not fighting someone that is ranked highly in his sanctioning body if the sanctioning body does not mandate it. It's really I can't blame Tyson Fury for not fighting Dillian White. If the WBC mandates,
what about Joe Joyce? What about Joe Joyce, bro? What about Joe? He's number two. Number two,
mandated, bro. It's not mandated.
So are you mean you're gonna give Fury a pass? You want to give Fury a pass to fight another level D fighter? You know,
who's the level D? Well, he hasn't even mentioned that he's fighting anybody else.
Let me tell you one thing right now.
I only expect Tyson Fury. I expect Tyson Fury to either fight
Tyson Fury is not fighting any level B fighter, okay? Any level B or level A's, okay? He's not fighting them. I'm telling you, his next fight is going to be against level F. We can bet on it, I know. And believe you me, his performance is going to stink. It's going to sting the crowd, and people wouldn't really attend like that. People watch it. That's what Fury does.
What if Tyson Fury fights the pound for pound king Alexander Usyk next?
He's not fighting Alexander Usyk next. That's not happening. So let's forget about that. You know that's not happening.
Why would you say that, bro?
I said that's not happening, bro. That's not happening.
Come on.
Usyk is fighting.
Is that happening?
Usyk is fighting Joshua next. Okay, Joshua is not stepping aside. If Joshua steps aside, I will personally go in on Joshua, bro, because it just shows that okay, you stepping aside. If Joshua step aside, it means all what Joshua have said in the past, you know, all what he stood in the past will become lies, in my opinion, and I'll not be happy about it. So Joshua want to become undisputed, and he has a chance to reclaim his throne, get it back.
As of right now,
Usyk is not unbeatable, bro.
Okay, but as of right now, the way it stands, Dylan, I don't know what's going on with Dylan White. It seems like he might not get a shot, but Usyk has a big chance. I'm ready Usyk to beat Joshua, man. His chances of fighting Tyson Fury is it's about 80%. You know, just because.
So you're picking Usyk to beat Joshua in the rematch.
Bro, I have to go Usyk.
Yo, Walker. Oh my God, man! Damn, man! I'm disappointed. Bro. I'm disappointed, man. Continue, bro. Tajak, boy. Hi.
Listen. I've said it over and over again. I'm gonna listen to me. I've said it over and over again. I'm gonna be a fan of boxing before I am a fan of these guys. But with that being said, I still like AJ. But I'm still gonna be his supporter. I'm gonna go down with the captain if the ship sinks. It doesn't mean I like what the decision the captain makes. He's the captain, but I'm gonna go down with the ship. You know. But all I know is I favor Usyk to beat him. But that's just boxing. I'm just speaking of boxing, a boxing term, you know. But I still support my fighter. If he goes in there, he goes in there. I'm gonna be supporting him. But in boxing terms, bro, there's an 80% chance Usyk will beat AJ again. He might even knock out AJ. Bro, like I said, I gotta become a fan of boxing before I become a.
Bro, I'm a fan of boxing. Okay, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fanboy of any fighter. However, saying that you believe you support, like saying that Usyk beats Joshua in a rematch is a little bit weird in a way, because you don't know what Joshua has been. You don't know what Joshua is working on, what he's been working on. So you cannot just say like that, bro. Like, I mean, Tajagbe, man, I'm disappointed. But anyway, I still love you, bro. I still love you. You know, but I'm disappointed, bro. I'm disappointed, bro.
Listen, bro. We all thought AJ was working on something big. We all thought he was. Oh man, this guy is gonna pummel Usyk. Man. We were wrong, man.
No. I didn't say just how pummel Usyk though. I said that Usyk will be a very hard fight for Joshua. We already said that, man. I said that. I don't know about you. Anyway, let's go about Adewale. Adewale, I know you're not finished yet.
Man, yo, man, Steve. I'll be honest with you, man. I think T.Y. Ajagbe is just being logical when he says Usyk beats AJ in the rematch, because I said it earlier in this live stream that I don't even know, man. AJ was a warrior. I don't know if he's still a warrior. So yeah, considering that, I can't blame anybody for making those choices. And even if you logically pick someone to beat your favorite fighter, you should still support your favorite fighter. Support him, win, lose, or draw. Me, I took my L with Wilder. I took it, no problem. The second time I didn't accept it, but the third time I completely accepted it. And now Tyson Fury, man, that boy is not touchable, man.
well, you guys have an opinion. It's all good, but I believe that the unified heavyweight king of the whole unified, like, listen, let me say the former unified heavyweight in the whole world, and Joshua will definitely bounce back huge, bro. Believe that.
Yeah, but styles make fights, and listen, like I said, I believe these guys need to go around with each other before I can determine who's the best. Listen, if Usyk, Adewale, you have to be correct on this. If Tyson Fury comes in as heavy as he did against Usyk, bro, that guy will run circles around Usyk, get him tired, and TKO him. Bro, you cannot come in heavy like that, and he knows it. Listen, as much as how much? What was the weight he came in? 270 something.
272.
Tyson Fury 6'9". 272. That plays a lot on your body, your joints and everything. You can't be going up and down with the weight. But he did it against Wilder, bro. Yeah, because Wilder has limited skills. That was the whole point I'm trying to make. His skills are limited, and he saw, if I push Wilder, this is what I'm gonna get. It's not like Wilder has the best inside game. He doesn't. Wilder's best punches comes from a distance. If Wilder times you correctly and measures you correctly, bro, you're gonna get knocked out. Tyson Fury didn't give him the opportunity, but Wilder was able to successfully do some damage to where he got Tyson Fury down, but not for long because Wilder got tired. See, it all plays in
bro. I've asked you this question before. I'm gonna ask you again. Does Tyson Fury, if Tyson Fury goes toe to toe with Joe Joyce, does it be him? Who do you think stand out? They go to war. Answer that question.
I don't think he knocks out Joe Joyce, but he'll be winning by points. I don't think he knocks out Joe Joyce.
I'm talking about they go to war, like him and Wilder went to war. I'm saying that right now.
Okay, then I see Joe Joyce knocking him out. I believe Joe Joyce has an underrated power, and people underrate his power.
Keep in mind, Joe Joyce does not gas out, huh? He does not. He never gas out. Joe Joyce never gases out. Fury does gas out. So
that's what I'm saying. They need to go. Every one of these guys need to go around. I still believe they all need to go around with Wilder. Every one of them. Listen, styles make fights. You don't know.
I don't want to see Wilder. I don't want to see Wilder Joyce though.
Styles make fights. Exactly.
I don't want to see that. Those are my two brothers. Those are two Nigerian brothers. No, I don't want to see it yet. Except they are mandated to fight each other.
Styles make fights, man. Listen, they all need to go around with each other.
Yeah, but I don't want to see. I don't want to see Nigerians fight each other for nothing, bro. When it makes sense, yeah, they can get it on. But no, not now. Because if that fight happens, bro, it's gonna be. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna watch it. I will not watch it. I cannot watch two Nigerian guys going at like that. Like, it's a little bit weird, in my opinion.
I can't, man. Listen,
except there's something on the line. Yes, then I can watch it. But if I watch it, I'm gonna be rooting for both fighters to win. But it will be it will be a fight of, if they go toe to toe, Jojo wins. Okay, like Ima Fury did. But if Wilder keep it, if Wilder keep it smart,
you think Jojo
he wins
by points or by the knockout?
I don't think Jojo will win by point. If he fights Wilder, I think he will win by knockout.
No,
But
I'm talking about Tyson Fury.
who? If Fury, if Jojo's Fury fight, bro, if Jojo's and Fury fight, Jojo's cannot win by point. He cannot win by point. He cannot win by point. Cannot win by point. Fury will outmaneuver him. Jojo's must win by knockout. He must take the fight to Fury. You know, he must win by knockout. He must take the fight to Fury. Jojo's will be ready mentally, physically to take punishment
I
and
think
go
it's possible.
and give back.
I highly think it's possible.
Because one thing is certain, Jojo is not scared of anybody's power, bro.
So, you know,
You mean you think it's possible that Jojo beats Fury via unanimous decision point? Don't say that, bro. It'll be hard. It'll be hard.
that's tough to say. That's tough to say. That is tough to say.
It will be hard.
But
It will be hard because Fury will always be tricky, bro. It will always be tricky. You know, Fury. If you box with Fury, it will just like, you know, Fury knew that Wilder like cannot box. Wilder can box, but Wilder's boxing skills is not elite. Okay, that was why he said, okay, let's go to the toe. You know. Against Joe Joyce, he doesn't try that, bro. He knows what happens if he does. He's getting knocked out. That was a fact. We get stopped. Late stoppage, maybe late level round stoppage, bro. That's the outcome of that. Adewale, you wanna have something to it, bro?
But eventually, they all gotta do rounds with each other. So
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I was enjoying the conversation, man. I was just enjoying what you guys are saying. All these imaginary fights, Tyson Fury versus Joe Joyce, that would be very entertaining, man. Wilder versus Joe Joyce, same thing. I don't know, man. If they go toe to toe, Tyson Fury and Joe Joyce, I might favor Joyce, but at the same time, Fury is a good puncher, man. Forget all that stuff that we've been saying all these years that Fury has skill fist. That guy knows how to punch. If he sits down on his punches properly, like Sugar Hill has trained him to, he knows how to put his weight on that punch. That guy can knock you out, man. So Joe Joyce has slower hands than Tyson Fury. And if Tyson Fury can land lots of good punches within those slow punches that Joe Joyce is throwing, then he has a good chance in hurting Joe Joyce. So that fight can go either way, actually. If they stand toe-to-toe, I don't believe they'll fight the entire 12 rounds toe-to-toe. And if they decide to go toe-to-toe from round one, the fight will probably not even go past maybe 6 rounds. It'll be over. And I don't know, man. Anybody can come out on top. One thing for sure is Joyce is effing strong. Joe Joyce is a monster. That guy has iron for bones. His bones are made of concrete and steel mixture. Very strong guy, man. I've never seen him wobbled. I've seen him take punches to the head. He doesn't even swell up in his face. I've never seen this guy cut. That guy is like a cyborg, man, Joe Joyce. But maybe because we haven't seen him at elite level too, you know. He hasn't fought someone that would cut his face.
Bro, the guy,
so we'll
bro,
if he fights Tyson
bro,
Fury,
you're so funny. Joe Joyce is the most decorated amateur fighter in the UK. In the UK. Okay, he was.
Amateurs is different from pros.
Bro, I'm talking about people he's fought, bro. Listen, different. You saw when he fought Usyk.
Nah, bro, it's different, my brother.
You know your way. You saw when he fought Usyk. It was a 3-rounder, right?
That was boxing, man. Bro, I'm talking about wars. When you go to wars,
Mm-hmm.
In professional boxing, you're going to be fighting people that are trying to knock you out. They are not trying to score points, you know. So I mean, when we see this guy go fight some real fighters in the heavyweight division as a pro, then we can really gauge his chin. But so far, I would say he has one of the best chins so far.
Real fighters. So you are saying that the fight against Dubois was not a real fighter? Like, he's a real puncher, huh? Joe Joyce did not face when